We all know that Doug Ford has made some bad decisions, especially with coronavirus right now, and some even though advised by Dr. Kieran Moore and other health medical officers of health, yeah, there's some things that have not been right decisions that he made, but there's another one that people have need to also recall, and this has to do with Highway 413. So, so some people have heard of Highway 413. This was like a highway project, not specified as a regular highway or a toll highway, but so where the location of this Highway 413 is, it starts near Vaughan and King City. So let's pull it up. So this is Highway 400 right here. So the proposed highway, starts right between Vaughan and King City right here. Starts from Highway 400, crosses through Schomberg. They'll go meets Highway 27, keeps going. So they were planning to extend the Highway 427 to meet there past the keep going, go through Brampton, meet Highway 10 and Highway 410. Keep going, Georgetown. And then eventually meet the intersection right here where Highway 401 and 407 ETR toll highway meet in Halton Hills. Now I'll tell you guys about the major problem here. So many people in this area and people in Ontario are being very concerned that so in that area from Highway 400 to where that Highway 401 and and the toll highway 407 meet. So that area is part of the Oak Ridges Moraine and also part of the Greenbelt. So that is where a lot of wildlife live in that section. So a lot of environmental people are very concerned about that because it's just going to increase the carbon emissions, and that's not going to be helping anything. And although it might be easier for people from in the direction from Barrie going southbound, and they need to go to the Southwestern Ontario, it might be an easier route for them, but this is not like a great idea because not just the disturbance of wildlife in that area, which the Greenbelt and Oak Ridges Moraine is. That area section is for that wildlife and protection of that animals there, and also you've probably like driven by the highway and seen entering the Greenbelt or Oak Ridges Moraine signs, and yeah, that's like wildlife areas. So originally, people, premiers of Ontario prior to Kathleen Wynne, they were Dalton McGuinty. He was into making the project for Highway 413, not proposed as a regular highway or toll highway, not specified yet, but So there was been this plan about it. When Kathleen Wynne became the Ontario Premier, she countered this ideal for Highway 13, and she canceled the idea, saying, and she was on the side of actually protecting the animals and not. And yet, what Doug Ford, since he's the new premier, as soon as he became new premier, one of his first ideas was to start Highway 413. So, of course, yeah, that's not going to be leading us in a good direction if it's going to be like, yeah. And of course, there has been a lot of saying that since Highway 401 is like the busiest highway in North America, because there's straight from all the way from Montreal all the way to Windsor. That is the only highway that actually runs through straight from the east to the west, and of course, there's a lot of traffic that's going to traffic hold up and stuff, and they think, what if we make more highways and maybe that'll decrease traffic. For example, Highway 403, which, switching back, Highway 403 starts right here in Mississauga, where Highway 401 meets Highway 410 Brampton, and this goes, and of course the 403 runs through Mississauga, Oakville, Burlington, and of course and as a joint through with the Queen Elizabeth Way, and they'll keep going. While Queen Elizabeth Way goes to Niagara, they keep going. Hamilton, Brantford, and end up meeting the Highway 401 again in Woodstock. So that's 403 is like only like a highway that actually goes through partially the part closer to Lake Ontario compared to entering Toronto. So yeah, that's sort of a different point there. And then of course Highway 407 is a different story, So of course, original plan was for Highway 407 express toll route and just Highway 407 toll highway. So it was supposed to start right here at Brock Road, Pickering, and of course explained. But now the new project it starts here in Kendall, Ontario, in the Durham region, stretches through northern Bowmanville and just the northern part of Oshawa, Whitby, bypasses Ajax and goes to bypass the Pickering too, and goes through Markham and Richmond Hill, Vaughan, and of course meeting Also, the connecting toll highways 418 and 412, which are both in Durham region. And then we meet 404, Newmarket, that one. Highway 400, Barrie, no, and then that one, and then 427, which, and 410, Highway 401, and then at the ending point in Burlington. So the Highway 407 is not as really on as extensive as people would think it is. So it's an easy way for people from Peterborough to go all the way to Toronto without having to go through heavy traffic in Durham region and especially in Oshawa and Whitby. But the traffic on Highway 401, 40, and 403 and QEW, Queen Elizabeth Way, so are pretty relevantly, you know, easygoing, and there's and if you're not one of those people who like to have to pay money every time to use the toll highway, which you have to do it, make payments on the website, not like a U.S. toll highway. So it's not really a useful thing, and and Highway 413, that's the only highway that actually goes through the if actually that actually gets started. That will not be a good thing for us. And of course, and some recent updates. The express lanes and collectors lanes for in the Mississauga, that has been extended, and which would probably be considered easier way for people living in Mississauga and Halton Hills, but may not be a good idea. But with the more carbon emissions, but the 413, whether it's just a regular highway or maybe a toll highway, will definitely not be a good idea, and not a backup. Because we've had enough incidents with the animal being, having to move to a different part to live in, and that in different parts of the woodland areas, and Oak Ridges Moraine, great spot for it for them to live in. But if Doug Ford actually wants to screw this up, no, this is not a good project to start. So no, this is one major problem that the Ford government is creating, and something needs to be done about that. So go 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 against the Ford government and help cancel the plan for Highway 413. We don't need another highway. We don't need more traffic congestion by making another highway, which not many people will use. And instead, Ford government should also actually be investing in more public transit, and even pushing on Metrolinx to actually start projects that they proposed, but they actually never even started on or even finished. So more public transit, less highways, because it's not a healthy decision in that way. So that's on the Ford government. Started by Dr. Dalton McGuinty, post cancelled by Kathleen Wynne, and then started up by Doug Ford. So not just the coronavirus regulations are to blame against the Ford government, also Highway 413. Don't forget about that one either. Not just about the people, but also the animals. We don't need another highway.